Yo, 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 what up, chat? What up, chat? I got some stuff to show you guys on some Twitter stuff, man. Some Twitter stuff. We might react to some YouTube videos. We got some stuff to look at, chat. What up, chat? How we doing today, guys? Yo, should I move my camera down? Yeah, probably. Cool. Perfect, I'd rather live. I'm found, but such being in love. What up, chat? Afraid to let go. We're just gonna be scrolling some Twitter, seeing what's on some Twitter stuff. Got some Epstein stuff already right out here, right out the gate. But this stuff's already known. I don't know. What do you guys think, chat? Is Trump the whistleblower, or is he the most evil person in the files? Which one is it, chat? It seems to be either one. How's audio? How's sound? Sound looks good. Music's low. It's alright. Keep it that way. Cool. But yeah. Is Trump the most evil, vile person ever? Or is he the good guy? Alright, so look. New Epstein was discussing. Trump said Maxwell was Epstein's operative. She is evil, and to focus on her, Trump told whoever this is, apparently it's like the FBI or somebody, that he was around Epstein once when teenagers were present and Trump got the hell out of there. Trump was one of the very first people to call when people found out that they were investigating Epstein. So yeah, he just, I got the hell out of there. He just said that really quick, you think? Think he actually just up and left like that? No one could explain how Epstein made his money. They knew he worked for Bear Stearns. Blank was told that Epstein was kind of a technical guy that could make it happen, but you didn't want to know how. Wow. None of the victims that PBPD spoke with, they said they had a sexual contact with men other than Epstein while in Epstein's orbit. Blank had one time went out screaming. Prince Andrew was a fixture in Palm Beach. He had protection. But yeah. So I don't know. Trump's either one of the more evil ones, because I've seen that he fornicated with his daughter. I don't know if you guys seen that, but that's what I've seen. Him and Ivanka, which if that's true, that's disgusting.
What do you want? You know what I mean? This is your video. Like, you can create.
Yeah.
Like, remember how I told you, like, zoom into my eyes and have it zoom out of the eyes and create a different scene? We can really play on that and do, like, a lot of things.
I don't want to get too copyrighted, bro.
Yeah.
X is amazing. I want to listen to X, but I don't want to get copyrighted. Let's throw on just some classical music for right now. Facts. I'm about to save this shit. This is facts, bro. That's what they do. That's cool. When's the arrest? This is us, chat.
I can't get no sleep.
Those who know and are good can't sleep. AI is kind of like eerie because it's like it makes everything super slow, and I guess it has to start out really slow, and like I don't know, the movements are kind of eerie sometimes.
All games.
All right, so we're gonna watch a Professor Jang. We're gonna take a bite off Sneeko here, and I think I'm gonna pull up my notepad too, actually, and take notes. But I'm gonna have to get rid of all this stuff. Hold on, you guys can't see this stuff. These are my privatized notes. Hold on. Sure. One second. The Ball's language. That's gonna be a banger video. Batman versus the Kuru Joker. Chat, hear me out. So you know what Kuru is? It's a disease you get from eating people, like cannibals. Like cannibals get Kuru. And I thought I had a good idea one time, and I thought, what if we did Batman versus the Joker that went insane because he was eating people? I mean, I could. I gotta do this on a different file, don't I? Let me do. Take some notes. Alright, let's make this widescreen. Alright. How to win all games.
If you look at game theories, all games, the people who always win the game, they win because of this formula, which is mass times energy times coordination. All right, so mass is just the number of people times energy, which is the level of motivation of these people, times coordination, which is the ability of these people to work together to achieve their end. Some things to keep in mind about this formula. First of all, the different factors are not weighted equally. So coordination is the most important factor, and it's weighted at least 3 times as much as mass. Then you have energy. And energy is what's second most important, and it's weighted twice as much as mass. And depending on the game, the weightings can be different. But please keep this in mind. Coordination is what really matters, followed by energy, followed ultimately by mass. So if I explain that, let me explain to you what each term means.
Yeah, I'm already confused.
Measure each factor to get a more mathematical understanding of this formula. Mass is just the number of people involved, but what's important to measure is their cohesion, how much they like each other, how much they're willing to work together. So, for example, you look at Japan and China. Japan is a much more cohesive society than China. So in terms of mass, Japan is actually stronger than China, even though China has 10 times or 5 times as many people as Japan. Then you look at...
So it has to be people that basically agree and will act upon the same things. So it's like a cultural group. It's a group of people that they want the same outcome.
Energy. Energy is the level of motivation. And usually when we think of energy, we think of physical energy. But actually, in this formula, it's mental energy that really matters. Because if you think about it, it's mental energy that is the most expensive. And so you need the most amount of motivation in order to achieve mental energy. So let me give you an example of this. Let's just say there are two people. The first person, he's digging a hole in the ground for 12 hours a day for a whole year. Then you have another person who every day is seeking to improve himself. So he's constantly in the process of self-reflection,
That's what we
writing
need to
down the ways that he can improve, and creating a strategy, a formula for how he can improve himself. Well, according to this formula, a second person is expending much more energy than the first person, even though if we just look at it, it seems like it's the first person that's doing all the work, the second person just sitting around all day just thinking. And the reason why is, in the world, the 3 hardest words to say for a human being is, I am wrong. To say I'm wrong is to negate yourself, to negate your ego, to admit that you have failings. To say you are wrong is also to commit to a policy of self-improvement, self-change. It's also a tremendous loss of faith to say I'm wrong before your peers. You lower your status.
Chat, do you have a hard time saying you're wrong? I'll debate anybody, but I feel like I usually can tell when I'm wrong. I'm not wrong often, so I don't concede often, but
you lose face, and that's why people who are more energetic, who are more motivated, they are much more open to change. They're much more willing to accept their limitations. They're much more willing to commit to self-improvement. So energy is a measure of motivation, and we can
that makes
measure
sense.
motivation by
That's actually good.
group's openness to accepting its limitations, its failings. Okay, so that's the idea of energy. Then the third aspect of this formula is the idea of coordination. And coordination can be divided into two different types. The first
What is
type
he saying? Correlation?
is conscious coordination. Second type is subconscious coordination. Conscious
Coordination.
coordination is when you're led by someone, be a leader, be a bureaucracy, be a patriarch. Subconscious coordination is when there's no clear leader or clear direction, people just subconsciously work together. It's almost like a dance. And of the two, subconscious coordination is the more powerful.
What do you say about
If you look at
subconscious?
win the game, conscious coordination. Second type is subconscious coordination. Conscious coordination is when you're led by someone, be a leader, be a bureaucracy, be a patriarch. Subconscious coordination is when there's no clear leader or clear direction, people just subconsciously work together. It's almost like a dance. And of the two,
Okay.
subconscious coordination is...
So, what he's saying there is basically there's two types of movements. There's two types of movements, basically. It depends on the number of people, right, and how cohesive that people group is, their energy level and their motivation and their willingness to accept limitations and failures. and then the coordination, the conscious leader, and then the subconscious and non-clear directive. So, like in America, for example, we have a conscious leader directing us to strike Iran for Israel. Our level of motivation is really, really high, and we are able to accept limitations and failings as America, but we overestimate how well we'll do, I think. And then the cohesion in America is really, really low, I think. Interesting. Okay. COVID.gov. Let's see. The White House. Got our man looking all... Get this off my screen, bro. I'm not joining, bro. Get this off my screen. Alright, one. Bro, wouldn't you want us to see this? The virus possesses a... Alright. Okay. The origin. The proximal origin of SARS-CoV-2 publication, which was used repeatedly by public health officials and the media to discredit the lab leak theory, was prompted by Dr. Fauci to push the preferred narrative that COVID-19 originated naturally. The virus, number one, the virus possesses a biological characteristic that is not found in nature. Data shows that all COVID-19 cases stem from a single introduction into humans. This runs contrary to previous pandemics where there were multiple spillover events. Wuhan is home to China's foremost SARS research lab, which has a history of conducting gain-of-function research, gene-altering and organism supercharging, and inadequate biosafety levels. Number 4, Wuhan Institute of Virology. Researchers were sick with COVID-like symptoms in the fall of 2019, months before COVID-19 was discovered at the wet market. Number 5, by nearly all measures of science, there was evidence of a natural origin. It would have already surfaced, but it hasn't. So, I think number 5 is saying, like, if it was a natural virus, we would have saw it in nature much earlier. Grow up and act like you have some respect for the country you're supposed to represent. Okay. I think some state attorney general still look at the site and consider state charges against Fauci. Sure. Agree with that. Excuse me. Just, you know when your fat ass almost died and they saved you with science and then you fire the guy that invented your treatment? Bro, this guy's unhinged. Okay. Here we go. This is some Epstein stuff. Zorro Ranch. So the investigators are all throughout the Zorro Ranch now. I think this is the owner of it, the current owner. Right now, after the latest files drops, bodies of the young girls were reportedly buried on site. He owned it in 1993 to 2019. The new owner is cooperating. So this one is the crown jewel. Underground locations confirmed by multiple victim testimonies. Epstein himself called it his baby farming site. Baby farming site, where he planned to seed the human race by impregnating 20 girls at a time. Once you connect the heavy science plus the occult ritual layers these elites are into, the whole story turns pitch black. What they're actually trying to achieve, who or what they really worship. Okay.
They're also urging Luke.
Okay. Let's get into this one. Let me see this though. So it says, this is sensitive. It was the first and last email, depending on your discretion. You can choose to take it or trash it, but it comes from a person that has been there and seen it all, and the former staff at Zorro. And then it shows like footage of Jeffrey Epstein sex video with minors, threesomes, underage girl. Girl from Bay Area suicide attempt confession. Madam Ghislaine.
New Mexico lawmakers on Monday passed legislation to launch a full investigation into what happened at Jeffrey Epstein's Zorro Ranch. The ranch, located about 30 miles south of Santa Fe, is where the late U.S. sex offender is accused of trafficking and sexually assaulting girls and women. The so-called Truth Commission seeks to identify ranch guests and state officials who may have known what was going on at the 7,600-acre property or taken part in alleged sexual abuse. It seeks testimony from survivors, and legislators are also urging local residents to testify. The Justice Department released millions of Epstein-related files that shed new light on activities at the ranch. The files reveal ties between Epstein and 2 former Democratic governors and an Attorney General of New Mexico. Several civil suits accuse Epstein of sexually assaulting girls at Zorro Ranch, locally known as the Playboy Ranch. He was never charged for the alleged offenses. Sigrid McCauley, whose law firm has represented hundreds of Epstein survivors, applauded the move, saying Zorro Ranch had been overlooked by federal investigations.
Many of the survivors had experiences in New Mexico, and as we've learned, there were local politicians and other people that were aware of what was happening in New Mexico. So it's really important that at this point in time, a closer look is taken with respect to that property.
I mean, it's the people that are involved are investigating. That investigation does not work well. I'm gonna try to make an edit like this, bro. But for Christ and for our community, that'd be fun. Yeah, so this is Ottoman era data visualizations from Sarid Dai, the Justice Gazette, a Ministry of Justice publication printed in the 1920s. Look at this. This is amazing. Like these graphs. I don't even know. I would have to be explained how to read them. But it is really interesting stuff. Like this is especially interesting. This could be like planets, right? Stuff is interesting. 1920s. This is smart folks back then. Yeah, so try and get better at cameras too. What am I doing right now? I'm not doing any of these, right? Oh well. What can you do? Okay. All right. So, singer Arthur Prince predicted the war on your mind and for your soul. He warned us not to be fooled by the computer and an AI virtual reality. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let it get on you. It's cool to use the computer, but don't let it use you. David Icke. I was invited by Prince to one of his shows at the O2 in London, 2007. We had a good chat afterwards. He knew a lot about the conspiracy for human enslavement, that's for sure. That it's one big club, and David Icke is probably in it. Chad, I might get into should we do some esoteric music video breakdowns? I got some crazy music videos we can break down. Alright, well, this is like it always devolves into like crazy stuff. Trump was 70 years old, 7 months and 7 days old on his first full day in office. Obama, at the same time, was in his 666th month when he left office. Trump was in his 777th month when he first went on TV questioning Obama's birth certificate. Wait, what? I don't even know what we're talking about here, boys. Alright. But yeah, Deep Agent. That's pretty crazy. That in 1998 or 97, whatever. That's crazy. Saving Israel for last, very specific reason, not mentioned a single time. So Epstein equals 88, Trump equals 88, God's plan equals 88, 10 days 88, Lake of Fire 88, Orange Man 88, The Boss 88, 88, which equals 98. If you guys know how to do numerology, which equals 17, equals Q. So who's Jeffrey Epstein? That is 237. My name is Donald Trump. Shoot down the balloon. Easter is our timeline. Epstein is a character in the movie used by God to end Satan's rule. Epstein's Island equals movie set / photo op. Client list is a psyop. All victims are actors. All a show to fool you. Epstein and Maxwell are fictional characters. I think this one's a little too schizo, right? It's unfathomable how many cannot see it. I just feel like if God's making this a big movie, right, is he doing it to see who's going to go to heaven and hell? Is it kind of like a test, actually? Rather than a movie? Wouldn't this be a test rather than a movie? Seeing what we're saying about everything and seeing how we're going to react if we'll protect the children. Okay, chat, what is this? Okay, there's a lot of stuff about reptiles and shit going on. You know, I low-key sometimes can believe in it. Like, imagine if, like, Neanderthals and all these Nephilim people, which Hillary Clinton is always talking about Nephilim in these files and stuff with Epstein. Could they have interbreeded with us or infested us or something with like a parasitic demon type of reptile thing? Because she coughs up like green balls. Look at this shit, guys. Look. She's like choking on them.
Then I saw 3 evil spirits that looked like frogs. They came out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. They are spirits of demons performing miraculous signs, and they go out to the kings of the whole world to gather
like,
them
look at
for
that.
the battle on the great day of God Almighty.
Is this schizo?
Behold, I come like a thief. Blessed is he who stays awake
How
and
schizo
keeps
is
his
this?
clothes with him, so that he may not go naked and be shamefully exposed. Then they gathered the kings together to the place that in
What
Hebrew
is that?
called Armageddon. The 7th angel
Like,
poured out his
what came out of her mouth, bro? I've never seen that before.
bowl into the air, and out of the temple came
Except
a
in
loud
movies.
voice from the throne saying, "It is done."
I mean, let's see. Let's see what people say. Funerary cannibalism. Kuru. Yeah, alright. Look, hey, we talked about Kuru a little bit earlier. Kuru is an incurable degenerative neurological disorder endemic to tribal regions of Papua New Guinea. It is a type of transmittable spongiform encephalopathy caused by a prion, the prion found in humans. The term Kuru derives from the foreword kuria or guria, which means to shake, a reference to the body tremors that are a classic symptom of the disease. It is also known among the Four as the laughing sickness due to the pathological bursts of laughter people will display when afflicted with the disease. She's always laughing. It is now widely accepted that Kuru has transmitted among members of the Four tribe of Papua New Guinea via funerary cannibalism, right? Signs and symptoms. Kuru causes psychological as well as neurological confined to the Four population of these New Guinea plains. Blah, blah, blah. The symptoms of Kuru are divided into 3 specific stages. The first, ambulant stage. Unsteady stance and gait, decreased muscle control, tremors. Second stage, incapable of walking without support and suffers ataxia and severe tremors. Emotionally unstable and depressed, yet has a uncontrolled sporadic laughter. Like the Joker. You feel me? So if I did Batman versus the Kuru Joker, I feel like that would be a banger. That'd fucking be amazing. The Joker just keeps eating people and stuff. He's like Jeffrey Dahmer Joker. He's like the creepiest Joker of all time. The patient is incapable of sitting without support, suffers severe and has dyspepsia, chronic ulcerated wounds. So is this what it is? What is an ulcerated wound? Ew, bro. What is that? Ulcerative wound. Chronic so here, open sore. Bro, is that what's on her tongue? Yo. Yo. An affected person usually dies within 3 months to 2 years after the first symptoms, often because of the pneumonia. Often dies because of pneumonia. Dies from pneumonia. I don't know. That one's weird to me. Okay, okay. Alright, we're about to get crazy here. And I will make Jerusalem heaps and a den of dragons, and I'll make the cities of Judah desolate without an inhabitant. You brood of vipers! Is that when he's like just referencing to the Psalms and stuff? Bro, what are these images? What happened to the audio? Oh. Can anybody explain that? What is this? Bro, what? Get out of here. Yeah, deadass, look at him. That's crazy. Shapeshifters, bro, the camouflage. Yeah, he turns black and white. Literally checkers his floor. His body gets checkered, bro. He's like trying to figure it out. So is that like they're shape-shifting, just like failing for a little bit? I don't know. That's what a lot of people say. But I don't know.
You are so indefatigable. I do admire that about you, Dan. I really do.
What was
I
your reaction
really
when you
do.
heard that President Obama was going to endorse you?
It was great. It was great. I mean, it was a wonderful, meaningful endorsement in every way, and I was very proud of it.
Did you talk about vice presidential possibilities with Senator Warren?
You guys have got to try the cold chai.
I've had it.
It is delicious, isn't it?
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Thanks very much. Thank you all so much.
I don't get that one, but that's what Kuru looks like. That's why one shouldn't eat babies. Bro, they're just old. Come on now. Alright. Cough up mucus or parasites. Well, she's a lizard, so. So the Egyptian Sphinx is on the Space Force thing, and then what's her face just became Erica Kirk just became Space Force Queen. This is crazy. I can't believe people from Iran are. Normal island. So yeah. Just don't let the snake into your brain. When you let the snake into your mind, the game is over. This is some cute stuff. This is like a video feed. It turned green for 38 seconds. Green is go. 38 seconds. The calm before the storm. Are we there? Are we at the calm before the storm? Alright, is this true too? Auschwitz main camp. More Christians died than Jews. Christian total 55.4% and Jewish total 42.8%. Death by month? There's only like 4,000 deaths. And 88,000 cases. For Auschwitz? Isn't Auschwitz the worst one? How do you spell that? Auschwitz. 1.3 million people sent to the camp. Registered inmates as documented in the death books without fragments. So it was mostly 50s to 60-year-olds. Wow. 2,000 pre-10-year-olds. I mean, this is messed up, don't get me wrong. But that's only 68,000. Not a million. I don't know. I think murdering 1 million people, it would become more known faster. I don't know. I feel like people wouldn't have been able to get that down. Like, hidden. Alright, let's look at this. I was skimming through the available pages of The King of the Jews by Leslie Epstein, and I saw something weird. First off, it reads like the rantings of a madman. It's terrible literature. Of course, the story is about a man named I.C. Trumpelman, which is strange enough. It describes his favor in the Jewish community, particularly how he became famous and he was invited to the best parties, including giving lectures about hygiene to the Zion Association. That's not all. A man named Mosk pulls up, and he's described as the owner of 100,000 spindles. A spindle is likely referring to Spindletop, which was a term used for the oil fields in Texas in 1901. Ironic that Elon Musk has 90 companies in Texas.
About this scene from Get Him to the Greek. This is insane.
I think I've just raped. And I think a little bit of angel dust, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Why the fuck is it called a Jeffrey?
Because who could be scared of a Jeffrey?
And then, of course, P. Diddy comes in for some great reason.
Y'all need to take a hit of this Jeffrey. It'll calm you down. I'm gonna cover the whole outside of my house in this material.
I think I've just been raped.
How is nobody
I mean, it's all right there, right in front of you. Erica Koch posts creepy video to her Instagram of vials of blood while flashing satanic hand signs. Real, raw, unedited. This episode of 3 years in the making. Record a Sherry birth. Postpartum story. So this is like her postpartum births stuff. I don't even know what that is. Board of visitors. Okay. Not to leadership at all. Thank you. That was like annoying. Leslie Epstein looks just like Jeffrey Epstein. It's insane. Here. This is for us. Y'all think astral projection is real? And if it is real, do you think animals would do it? I'm gonna put this in Grok, imagine, and see what he does with this. But everything is balanced, everything's harmony, guys. Everything is equal.
If I could easily manipulate you, I say something slightly rude about your outfit, your hair. I watch if you fix it, touch it, or explain why you wore it. I text you late on purpose.
Bro, there's so many women that do this on purpose. We have to recognize, if you recognize when they do this, you can't be manipulated. You can't get the one up on.
Watch if you keep your phone in your hand after that. I tell you, I'm busy, without details. I watch if you stop making plans and wait for me to bring something up. I say, I don't remember you telling me that. I watch if you scroll through your messages to prove it and read them out loud to me. I bring up an old story where I looked like the victim. I watch if you move your chair closer or lower your voice, like you're comforting me. I change the time of the date last minute. I watch if you rush to get ready faster. I leave your message undelivered. I watch if you open Instagram or Snapchat to see if I'm active. I tell you I'm tired when you ask me for something simple. I watch if you immediately say, it's okay, don't worry about it. I'll end the call quickly without saying when we'll talk again. I watch if you send a soft goodnight text after I hang up. I mention another girl just to see your face. I watch if you sit quieter, change the topic, or try harder to sound easygoing. I say, you're acting weird, even when you aren't. I watch if you adjust your tone, your face, your whole vibe, just to make me feel comfortable. I'm a manipulator, and this is how I test if I could easily manipulate you.
So obviously, yeah.
I'm a manipulator.
And this is exactly why I make these videos.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions about that kind of stuff, you can ask me. But
This where they would, in session, they would actually, once the demon manifested, they would manifest in literally looking like an alien with the eyes and the small mouth and the whole bit turning gray. And they even call themselves gray. And they try and lie to the exorcist by saying, oh, well, we're not angels, good angels, and we're not bad angels. We're not demons. We're kind of in the middle. We're neither good nor bad. No, dude, you're just a demon, right? Because when you start talking to them, it's all that is a diversionary tactic, which they do in the sessions. So just as we're seeing this play out itself on a grander scale in the world with the whole alien thing, they'll try and do that in session where they're just trying to distract you by something that they know that is not true, but they're hoping you'll believe it's true, because then from there they can manipulate you.
interesting. All right. Let's see. What else do we have? What does this say? I don't know. Let's see.
So you think back to the $1 million kind of money grab. You know, Patrick got number 5.
This guy picked number 6 because of like all this stuff. He said if you go back to the...
And he gave me key number 6, which put me into bunk number 6. And then the next day I get into top 6. And we're spending a lot of time by ourselves. So I'm in my room. You know, I have kind of a prayer book, and I'm saying a prayer that has 6 words in it.
What was the prayer?
The prayer is called the Shema. And just the number 6, it was actually the that day before the night was the 6th day of the 6th Hebrew month. So the number 6 just kept popping up to me. And so when I got up to the top of the pillars and we looked down at the kind of the lazy Susan with the briefcases and they're numbered, it just came to me and said, it's 6. 6 is it. And so I just kind of felt remarkably calm going down there. And then Jimmy's teeing up the game, and they kind of come out and kind of give us the rules. Jimmy spends it twice, or actually 3 times. One of the times he spends it, he puts his hand down on it. It's on the number 6. Another time he spends it, it lets it go, and right in front of me is the number 6. And I'm like, I mean, do I, like...
So you went in thinking 6.
I went in thinking 6. And when the game started, you know, if I saw a brief...
What do y'all think about that? Armpit boys are vindicated once again. Apparently, it tells you when they are ovulating or not if you smell their armpits. Yeah, this one's a pretty... I can't really see it, but this is a great document. I'll have to show that to you. Eventually. Redacted pages from the Epstein thing. Yeah, so Mr. Beast revealed he's willing to buy and how much is an ad on your forehead to KSI. But imagine that's the mark of the beast, an ad. And if you do this ad, you get like 100,000 or some shit like that, something weird. This is pretty insane too. This is like a bunch of ideas, right? So, weekly goals for February, and then HCI radical sources, radical interface for latent spaces, Bridger research into radial interaction design with your representation engineering work by mapping high dimensional latents. But these are all supposed to be ideas, right? You plant an idea and then it pollinates. So you can have ideas spread and pollinate with each other. And it just grows like a garden. It's pretty freaking cool stuff,
with
man.
Nick Fuentes, who we disagree upon a lot, but we understand that we're
Nick's
both
a
going
Fed.
in this situation and there's a greater problem. I saw you.
Look.
Okay.
Sorry, but Nick Fuentes clearly has a political agenda. The guy's a smart guy, but some of his conclusions are clearly manufactured. He's not working from first principles. He's not working, I think, he's a pretty smart guy. And some of the things he says, some of the things he says is like, someone's paying you to say that. I don't know, okay, but I'm saying something going on with Nick.
I know him very well. So
I agree. Let's see. This is a good one. I'm 27 right now. 27 is an age when you can't run from yourself anymore. You start noticing your habits, wrong choices, and time wasted. Slowly, you realize some of your struggles aren't just bad luck, but they are from repeated mistakes. It feels heavy, but this is where real growth starts. In this phase, excuses don't work. You cut distractions, rethink friendships, and take full responsibility for your life. It's uncomfortable and slow, but every small step builds self-respect. Which I think that's true in a way, but I think you can get into that, you can definitely get into that without this age. You can get into that earlier.
Say some fucking witchcraft or some dumb shit. I stay away from all that. I'm like, fuck that. Oh man,
Witchcraft? That's real?
Yeah, bro. I think everybody in the music industry does it.
What is that? How does that work?
I don't know, bro. They fucking start cutting heads off chickens and fucking putting pictures next to shit. I'm like, bro, fuck all that shit. I'm not with none of that bullshit.
What?
Damn. But I've never seen that.
But you walked away from it.
Yeah.
But you know the people that were doing it.
Yeah. I've seen people like
big names.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's weird.
Stand up who you think it is.
They cut chickens
off.
Heads off.
Yeah. Alright, so I've done this before actually. This could be a whole thing right here actually. I might make this a whole video. Y'all want to do a little astral projection with me? Alright. The Gateway Tapes, Wave 1, Orientation by Bob Monroe. The Gateway Tapes by the Monroe Institute use HemiSync audio technology to sync your brain hemispheres and unlock expanded consciousness. These tapes created by the Monroe Institute guide you through altered states, the mind awake, body asleep states. So basically, whenever you do breath work or whenever you're going to sleep, right, you can do these things that, like the best time to lucid dream, right? You have your body tired. This is why you get the best sleep when your body is exhausted. So you work out hardcore and then you lay down and you really, really, really relax your body, but you keep thinking. Your mind doesn't go to sleep. And for me, my brain just doesn't go to sleep anyway, so I kind of always accidentally do this. A Gateway Beyond, which is and this lets you astral project basically. I am more than a physical body because I am more than my physical matter. I deeply desire to expand, to experience, to know. Watch the attached videos. Have you tried these tapes? But yeah.
This is the first step along your path to a gateway beyond which is discovery, your own discovery of reality, of truth, of who and what you are.
You gotta wear headphones.
Now a simple preparation. Because of the special audio techniques used, it's important that certain sounds reach your right ear and others your left ear. To be sure of this, you should be hearing my voice in your right ear at this moment. If you are not hearing my voice in your right ear, turn your headphones around now so that you are hearing my voice in your right ear.
Take deep breaths, chat.
Now, as you listen to the sound of ocean surf, move your body into a more relaxed position. Release any tensions or strain points. Move into whatever position is best for you.
Yeah, we gotta be like laying down for this. I don't think it's gonna work, but you guys kind of get the idea. Hold on.
Deeply desire the help and cooperation, the assistance, the understanding of those individuals whose wisdom, development, and experience are equal or greater than my own experience as made as physical matter. I deeply desire to expand, to experience, to know, to understand, to control, to use such greater energies and energy systems as may be beneficial and constructive to me and to those near and close to me. Also, I deeply desire the help and cooperation, the assistance, the understanding of those individuals whose wisdom, development, and experience are equal or greater than my own.
Is that a calling for other entities, though? I don't like that part. That's not good.
Pull fresh new energy into all parts of your body and think of step along your path to the gateway of discovery. It is called resonant tuning. Breathe as I guide you, and as you inhale, pull fresh new energy into all parts of your body and up into your head. Then exhale through your mouth, pursing your lips.
So when you do this step, when you inhale, you have to think of inhaling the positive, fresh, new energy, and you put it into parts of your body. So like you think to yourself when you breathe, like, put this fresh energy right into my feet. You know, start at your feet and work all the way up. Hit all your chakras from your root chakra all the way to your crown. And at the end, when you're breathing, like your breathing should be like... like as much air as you can in and as much air as you can out.
And think of stale, tired, used up energy moving out of your body into the air you exhale.
Yeah.
Here it is again. As you inhale, pull fresh new energy into all parts of your body and up into your head. Then exhale through your mouth, pursing your lips as if you were blowing out a candle. And think of stale, tired, used up energy moving out of your body into the air you exhale. I will guide you now. Inhale, eyes open, fresh energy into your body and up into your head. Hold your breath. Exhale, eyes closed, stale, tired energy out of your body. Breathe normally now.
But yeah, it basically calms you down.
Pace in your breathing. Inhaling through your nose, pulling fresh energy into your body, and pace.
But yeah.
2. Your senses are waking up. All of your physical senses are waking up and becoming more and more aware. When I reach the count of 1, all of your 5 physical senses will be operating clearly, cleanly, sharply, and beautifully. You'll be completely wide awake, both physically and mentally, and be completely refreshed.
Very interesting, very interesting. I might do that at a different time, though. At the very top of the Freemasons have the this information, basically. Rudolf Steiner's sketches for the 7 apocalyptic seals in 1907 pastels. Yeah, I want to do something with this. Give me 1 second. Hold on. This is the reason why I saved it. want to put a bunch of stuff in this. Oh shit, I gotta save it. Let's see. I'm gonna try to make like a wow. Wow, that's pretty sick, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to save this, bro. That's amazing, actually. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to get like really good videos, I think, but Grok's pretty good most of the time. I mean, that's pretty impressive. But to me, that's pretty impressive, man. Look at that. I mean, they definitely took away Ball and Moloch, though. They took away a lot, actually, from it. So, and they made this guy completely different. So it's not the best. It's still pretty bad. Not nowhere near where it needs to be.
Of the evolution, it seems, and we are here with creatures, and at the top of the pyramid. At the beginning of the evolution, it seems, and we are here with creatures.
Creatures at the top of the pyramid. United CEO Scott Kirby just claimed he only hires based off merit. Here's a clip of him saying he takes race and gender into account when he's hiring complaints. And then this is also him. You get it. It's fucking weird, dude.
It was an anarchist city. Went up in flames.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good point. So, the Summer of Love 2020 and all that, all those riots and what for George Floyd, who was like a criminal and stuff. This guy's eating children and nobody bats an eye. It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. The masses are busy with bread and circuses instead of overthrowing the elites, and that's exactly why. Alright, so 2 weeks without a smartphone, internet significantly improved sustained attention. Mom was right, is that damn phone. Alright, so in Islam, the 72 virgins you're promised, they're not normal women. They're something made specifically by Allah for believers called huri, which is how they're described. Large, wide, intensely black eyes with white irises. Completely hairless. Incredibly fair and pale skin, you can even make out their bones in bright light. Eternally young, with breasts just beginning to swell, so you know. About 11 years old, maybe 4'8". Yeah, 72 A's. That sounds scary. That sounds wild. I don't know if that's true. If any followers are Islamic, tell me what you think about that. How happy is mankind if the love that orders the stars above rules too in your hearts? The morning star? Oh yeah, I wanted to put this in Grok too. Let's do that real quick. Pregnant universe. Let's see what Grok does. Roma, Roma. There's some music back on, sorry. We can listen to something else though. Oh wow. Yeah, that's pretty good too. Grok's getting better, for sure. So yeah, there's Mount Everest, the highest point on Earth, has seashells on it. So that shows the Great Flood, basically. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this whole theory. Zhang's pretty good. So yeah, now that Iran conflict's going on, Epstein files is down. Yeah, how cool is this, guys? The symbols we were drawing as children are Kabbalah. Wow, we're all mountains under the ocean. Lab grown butter to replace butter. This is saying that fucking cancer and these unclassified documents is just like basically a parasite. But potential cures. Yeah, food to control humans. I don't feel like reading that, but you can see it. It's on Dissident Media. Leave Britney alone. Britney Spears got arrested. It's crazy. What song is it? Can I put this in Grok? Oh. Bro, this is crazy. He can't find it, so he's just broadening his search. Wolf in sheep's clothing, but I set it off. Is in the video. Wolf in sheep's clothing. He found it just like that, bro. It only took like a minute.
I would be saying this. Find your perfect tax expert. Whatever your tax
Alright.
situation might be.
We'll watch this and then let's just play
Hand
some
off your
games.
taxes to
or
an
something.
expert who gets you with TurboTax Expert Full Service.
Yeah, we'll hop on some Open Front or something like that.
Beware, beware, be skeptical. But the smiles are plated gold. Deceit so natural. But a wolf in sheep's clothing is more than a warning. Blah, blah, black sheep, have you any soul? Wrong shirt, by the way, what the hell are mortals? Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jill's a little whore and her alibis are turning tricks.
What?
Could you tell me how you're sleeping easy? How you just gonna come collect your debt?
Bro, this is not it.
Now let's not get overzealous here. You've always been a huge piece of shit. If I could kill you, I would. I'm frowned upon in all 50 states. Having said that, burn you justify karma's gonna come down the not get overzealous here. You've always been a huge piece of shit. If I could kill you, I would.
What the fuck? No. Yeah. That's why I want to get good at making music again and animating so I can do stuff like this. Alright, you guys kind of get it. And then he hangs up another one. When's that? I don't know. I wanted to find that song. But yeah, this song's good. But yeah, that's cool. Let's I think we should end stream. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end stream, chat. Let's raid somebody though. Soundboard Lord. What the hell was this? Lumpy. I can go raid Crippy. Crippy's the man.
Fake Nate Morris. How liberal is
Sorry, chat. We gotta watch a ad for Crip.
foreign workers for high-paying jobs that should have gone to
Sorry,
America.
chat. We gotta watch a
When Biden gave
ad.
$500 million in cash
Sorry, chat.
to
We gotta
illegal
watch
immigrants. Morris's company praised the plan. That's right.
Alright, chat. Love you, yo.
Taxpayer cash.
I'll see you guys. I might stream tomorrow. I'll see you guys soon.
Fully woke and full.
I'll see you guys very, very soon. Later.
Yeah, the time messages are coming in now. You're a fucking legend. We here. We in here. Hey, Hoopla, let's go. Oh shit, you rated the stream, Hoop? What the fuck? Let's go. Man, we're just chilling, we're chilling. Dub to you, man. Hoop.